Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the functional classes, their definitions and technical purposes as in Fssai. As we all know that there are various food additives which are being used in the food products. So today we are going to see what are those food additives, what are their definitions and what technical purpose they are being used and what are they called. First one is acidity regulator. It is a food additive which controls the acidity or alkalinity of a food. It acts as an acidity regulator, as a pH adjusting agent, or as a buffering agent, etc. Next is anti-caking agent. It is generally used in food products such as salt, etc. It is the food additive which reduces the tendency of components of food to adhere to one another. It acts as an anti-caking agent, as an anti-stick agent, or as a dusting agent or drying agent. Next is anti-foaming agent, a food additive which prevents or reduces the foaming. It is used as a defoaming agent or as an anti-foaming agent. The next one is antioxidant, a food additive which prolongs the shelf life of food by protecting it against deterioration, which is caused by oxidation. So it acts as an antioxidant or an antioxidant synergist or anti-browning agent. Next one is bleaching agent, a food additive which is used to decolorize food. And these bleaching agents, they do not include pigments. Okay, so they are used as a bleaching agent. Next is bulking agent. Bulking agent is a food additive which contributes to the bulk of food. It does not contribute to its available energy value, but it contributes to the bulk of a food. Therefore, it acts as a filler or as a bulking agent. Next is carbonating agent, a food additive which is used to provide carbonation in a food. They are the carbonating agents. Next is a carrier, a food additive which is used to dissolve, dilute, disperse, or otherwise physically modify a food additive or nutrient without altering its function in order to facilitate its handling, application, or use of the food additive or nutrient. It acts as a carrier or carrier solvent or nutrient carrier or to dilute for other food additives, or it acts as an encapsulating agent. Next is color. So color is also a food additive which adds or restores color in a food. So for what technical purpose they are used as a color, as a decorative pigment, as a surface colorant. Next is color retention agent. Color retention agents are the food additives which stabilizes, retains, or intensifies the color of a food. They are used as a color retention agent, color fixative, color stabilizer, or color adjunct. Next is emulsifier, a food additive which forms or maintains a uniform emulsion of two or more phases in a food. That is an emulsifier. It is also known as plasticizer, a dispersing agent, or a surface active agent, etc. Next is emulsifying salt, a food additive which in the manufacture of processed food rearranges protein in order to prevent the fat separation. That is the emulsifying salt or the melding salt. Next is firming agent, a food additive which makes or keeps tissues of fruits or vegetables firm and crisp or interact with gelling agents to produce or strengthen a gel. That is a firming agent. Next is flavor enhancer. Flavor enhancer is a food additive which enhances the existing taste or odor of a food, such as monosodium glutamate. They act as a flavor enhancer or a flavor synergist. Next is flour treatment agent, a food additive which is added to flour or dough to improve its baking quality or color. That is flour treatment agent, or we can call it flour bleaching agent or flour improver. Next is foaming agent, a food additive which makes it possible to form or maintain a uniform dispersion of gaseous phase in a liquid or solid food. That is the foaming agent, or we can call it whipping or aerating agent. Next is the gelling agent, a food additive which gives the food texture through formation of a gel. That is a gelling agent. Next is glazing agent. As it is given in the word itself, it is a glazing agent. So when it is applied to the external surface of food, it imparts a shiny appearance or provide a protective coating. So it is called a glazing agent or sealing agent or coating agent, etc. Next is humectant, a food additive which prevents the food from drying out by counteracting the effect of a dry atmosphere. It is therefore called moisture retention agent as well, or the wetting agent. Next is packaging gas, a food additive gas which is introduced into a container before, during, or after filling with food with the intention to protect the food, like for example, from oxidation or spoilage. That is the packaging gas. Next is preservative, a food additive which prolongs the shelf life of food by protecting against deteriorations which is caused by the microorganism. They are the preservatives, or we can say antimicrobial preservatives, etc. Next is propellant, a food additive gas which expels the food from a container. That is a propellant. Next is raising agent, a food additive or a combination of food additive which liberates gas and thereby increases the volume of a dough or batter. That is a raising agent. Sequestrant, a food additive which controls the availability of a cation, that is called sequestrant. Next is stabilizer, a food additive which make it possible to maintain a uniform dispersion of two or more compounds. That is called a stabilizer. Generally, people get confused with emulsion and stabilizer. So you must keep this definition in mind. Stabilizer is food additive which makes it possible to maintain a uniform dispersion of two or more compounds. Whereas we can see an emulsion that emulsify is a food additive which forms or maintains a uniform emulsion of two or more phases in a food. Okay, so this must be kept in mind as people usually get confused with stabilizer and emulsifier. Next is sweetener, a food additive which imparts a sweet taste to food. As we all know, it is obvious from the name, sweetener is known by everyone. Next is thickener, a food additive which increases the viscosity of a food. That is a thickener, or we can say a binder or a wadding agent or a texturizing agent. So that was all about the food additive list along with their definitions. I hope you'd find the video informative. Then please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.